Welcome, guys, to Jen's on the Reel. I'm Jen, and I have Jen here, as always, my co-host, and we're so excited to be here. It has been some time already. We're deep into 2026, and a lot of things have happened, actually, within the process since we last saw each other.
Yes, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, we don't see each other all the time and we don't talk all the time unless we're in this room.
Yeah.
So, and we haven't been in this room in a minute.
Yeah.
But we're back and yeah, a lot has happened.
You're engaged.
I'm engaged.
Yep. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And her hand is heavy. Her hand is very heavy, guys.
I'm engaged.
And I am a very proud mom of a soon-to-be Johns Hopkins alumni.
Yes, that was very emotional back in December.
And I am so excited for that. And then looking forward to that process of like checking that out and stuff like that.
So 2026 has started off with a bang.
Yes.
We're like about a month in.
Yeah.
Right? So we're just wondering how everyone's doing on those so-called resolutions, and do people still do them?
Are you guys even having any resolutions at all? Did you set them up? Like I remember everybody would do like business planning or like preparation for the beginning of the year.
There used to be a lot of that.
And
but the business planning takes usually place in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. It would be like November or whatever, but it didn't.
But Miami style, how we are.
It's a little late.
We're a little late to everything.
Yeah.
So we try to do it in December, but I haven't really seen a lot of hype about that back in December. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did do the vision board thing, the vision board thing, because that's always fun. I think
that was January.
Yeah, that was January. But I mean, resolutions, I'm not going to lie. I don't make resolutions. I stopped doing that a few years ago.
So you have no resolutions at all for this year?
No, I don't, actually.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, I don't. Like what I tell people is I'm constantly setting goals. You know what I mean? Like
with plans or
yes,
without
I'm always
plans?
setting goals and planning things, and I don't feel like I have to wait for January or for a new year to do stuff. And I feel like since I haven't really heard a lot about resolutions and on business planning, I'm wondering, do people still do that? Because when I was in my Pilates class, the first class in January, I remember the instructor was like, "Oh, how are the resolutions?" And this one lady was like, "Oh, I don't do that. I gave up on that a long time ago." And she was like an older lady, and I'm like, "I feel you. Like, I feel you, girl."
It's interesting that people are kind of letting go of that thought process. There is a lot of social media kind of input on, oh, why do you have to wait till January to get things done? But what I'm finding is people are not deciding that they're not going to wait till January. People are deciding that they're not going to make any plans at all. And I don't know if it's circumstance. Maybe it's been a rough year for many. Louis was earlier commenting on how in the holidays there were barely any sales or specials.
Discounts.
So there's lack of margins for business owners. So it's like everybody is trying to get by.
Yeah, and the year in real estate ended and started off slow.
This year was rocky.
Right, and I feel I feel that has to do with again, I think it has to do with expenses and people like Christmas. Imagine we just came out of Christmas.
Yeah.
And
and I believe
everything's expensive.
For real. And I believe that resolutions also require some sort of investment at some point or another. You make a resolution to go to the gym or get back to being healthy. Now you got to think about food. You got to think about the gym membership, or like you started Pilates.
Yes, which it's pricey. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty pricey. But I did notice in January. I remember getting back to the gym the first week, thinking to myself, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
Now we're going to have the resolution people, because usually the gym is like really packed between January and then like mid-February. Then everybody just drops off after that and everything goes back to normal. But this
it hasn't
year,
been like that.
I remember going back the first week. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're talking about like the week of like 5, 6, 7.
Like right after.
Right. Like the kids are already in school. Like everybody's back to work. You know what I mean? And it's just the same people.
Yeah.
The same familiar faces. The same people that go. There was no new places. It wasn't packed.
Do you think it's Ozempic?
Maybe it's, I'm thinking maybe people are like, oh, I don't need to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I got Ozempic,
That's happening a lot.
Because maybe they think, but still, you got to work out. I mean, Ozempic, you're going to get droopy. You need muscle.
You got to tone up. You got to keep it, right?
But I don't know. I've noticed that things, usually everybody's like, gung-ho, let's go. 2026. I didn't really see a lot of that.
So let's look at it in reverse. 2025 just passed. What did you accomplish? What do you feel that 2020 that you said, not what you accomplished as a whole, but more like what did you say maybe at the beginning of 2025?
Okay, well, I have to say that I did accomplish some stuff.
Okay.
Because I went back to my old vision board.
Okay.
Which is in my office. I just grabbed it. I'm like, let me look to see if I could transfer anything to the new vision board. But I did. I had said I was going to buy 2 properties in 2025. Of course, the properties are nothing like the pictures I posted on my vision board. But still, nonetheless, I bought 2 properties.
You weren't specific. They say that you gotta. Well, you had it on
I
your
was
vision
specific.
board.
There was ocean view. There's no ocean view. But I was specific.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be 2 investment properties. It ended up being 1 investment and 1 personal because I ended up buying the property for myself. So technically, I did that.
Okay.
And there was one more thing. I don't remember what it was. But there was a lot of stuff that I didn't accomplish. But sometimes things take time.
You just roll it over.
Oh, I did.
Now it's like
let me take this little picture back. Let me take this little bit. Because doing vision boards isn't as easy as it used to be.
Yeah.
You go find magazines that you want to cut stuff out of. And you got to go to Amazon and buy those little cutouts, which I'm like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want to see. You know what I mean? It's a vision board. It's supposed to be visual.
Well, you can print it out. It's easier.
That's what I did last year. That's what I did last year.
You can print it out. I bought my other daughter a car, but she can't drive it yet on her own. We got to practice, but we were able to do that. But I can't say that last year had many really big accomplishments. I don't, and I'll be very honest with you, I don't think I had any big visions for last year. I think, you enter a time in your life where you're trying to kind of figure out where you are in that space and move forward, so, I started taking some classes for something else, to kind of put myself in that direction, so
maybe 2025 for you was finding yourself.
Probably. Yeah. I think that was it. Finding what direction I want to be. I'm not gonna
lie. I just coasted. I'm a coaster. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
I do plan stuff, obviously, you know what I mean? And I do set goals for myself.
Same
I
here.
always want to do better. I do review my numbers. Okay, what did I close last year compared to the year before? What can I do better? Who haven't I? I do that. I do work, guys, And I noticed, I know everybody said in real estate that last year was a bad year. But honestly, I looked at the numbers and they weren't terrible.
It's not that bad. It was
As
just
a matter of
in
fact,
reference.
Yes, I actually closed more in 2025 than I did in 24. Not by a lot. I'm not going to lie. Not by a lot. But I did close more. And obviously, volume-wise was more. And I don't know.
But that's a good thing.
Right. And I know I talked to a lot of realtors, as you know, and some of them are like, oh, the year was bad and this and that. But I find some people that had a great year. Yeah. So I guess it's also about perspective and where you are in your life.
Yeah. I mean, we had overall, because I David and I, we had a good year, a very good year meeting financial goals and stuff like that. So
financially it was good then.
Yeah. So we did have a lot of business opportunities and things that did take place that worked out in our favor for this year. But now it's you're looking into, for this last year, but now you're looking into this new year and it's okay, where are we headed?
Right. That's how I feel too sometimes. I'm like, but I'm not going to lie. I've been where am I headed for 3 years? Because I'm like, is this it?
Have you ever had, I'm curious.
And I'm always doing other things on the side.
Yeah.
I do my little investments and my little flips and stuff like that. But last year, there really wasn't a lot of room for flipping and, it kind of a little boring and I don't know.
Did you ever have a midlife crisis?
I don't know. That's a good one. I guess not.
You never had a moment where you're like, what the fuck? Where am I?
Yeah, when menopause fucking hit. When I went fucking crazy.
That was last year.
No, that was like a few years ago.
Oh.
That I was crazy. I would cry for everything.
It was starting.
It was like 3 years ago.
That's right. I remember. How could I forget?
That I would
that
cry
was a very
for
interesting
everything.
trip.
And I was, I was breaking up with World Title like 500 times in a year. Like, it was like nobody understood me.
Yeah,
I went to the doctor. I told the doctor I was going crazy. They told me nothing was wrong with them. I told them off. Like, fired them. I was like, I'm out.
I think that's more of a hormonal transition.
Well, that would be, I think, a midlife crisis for women. I think that would be it.
That would be it.
I don't know. I mean,
men get like new cars. They change their dress code. Like everything. I don't know.
No, I haven't been through that. What I'm trying to do is skip midlife.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep it together. Like, I feel like the last 2 years, I'm just trying to keep it together, keep the weight together, keep my hormones together, keep the wrinkles out of here. My hair. Look, I changed the color of my hair. Yeah. It's so funny. I'm going through all the pictures, you do like memories and all that stuff. And you see in January, I'm like super blonde. I'm like, look at me, beautiful, super blonde. And all of a sudden, I get darker and darker.
But it looks good darker. You look younger.
Yeah, and it looks, my hair's healthier, it does, and you can see it. So it's just, I feel like right now I'm just trying to like
keep it together.
Okay. I'm trying to get
she's not trying to change lanes, guys. She's trying to get
my body back from like 3-4 years ago, which is so hard because my body looks completely different. I'm trying to like work on my skin. Yeah. I'm trying to work on, I'm like self-love. I'm about self-love.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I think that's, I think that's a good thing. Oftentimes you think that you have to set a goal and reach that goal in order to feel accomplished. In your case, it's kind of like, I feel like you've reached a certain level of your life and you just want to like keep it in that space and move it along. Maybe grow, obviously, but it's not like the stress that a lot of people put on themselves of, oh my gosh, I have to be here.
Right. Well, because I love what I do. Mm-hmm. When you love what you do and you like, okay, I love what I do. I just don't like it all the time, but I do love it, So when you love what you do, I feel, I'm not gonna lie, since I work with realtors, but I become friends with them.
Yeah, you're good about that.
So I feel like
those relationships.
My job feels like I'm working with my friends.
Yeah.
Basically. And how fun is that?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not always fun because shit happens and stress happens and you go through ups and downs and the market is challenging. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're in a challenging market. I feel it's gonna get better this year. But I love what I do, so I'm obviously doing, but I'm always looking to do something else. Yeah. Like supplementing, like something I like. So I've been looking for something like some other business, nothing to do with real estate.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned that because David and I were having this conversation about how oftentimes you can find yourself divided into multiple businesses trying to make everything work out.
Oh, I'm sure David is a pro at that.
100%. And this is a year of kind of like shredding, I guess.
Shredding the fat.
Trimming the fat, of the business aspect of things. And it's understanding that when you focus on something 100% and it becomes successful and you're moving forward positively, then it gives you the opportunity to be able to like extend your tentacles and branch out into other things in a different ways.
Well, I think that's the one mistake a lot of people make because they're like, oh, you have to have a multiple stream of income. Yes, you do. Yes. But you have to have one up and running that kind of like a well-oiled machine for you to be able to move on to the next. Yeah. Because I feel when you're, jack of all trades, master of all trades, master of none. Yep. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to like get that going, which Rudy has been really good about that. Yes. Because he built New World. New World pretty much runs because the trick is putting the right people in the right places. And that's what Rudy is really good at. Which is why he's been able, which a lot of people don't know this, but Rudy has multiple businesses. Yeah. It's not just New World Title, and things that people were like, really? So he's a perfect example of that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
and he's still, don't get me wrong, he's still around in all his businesses, but he doesn't have to really be there focusing because it's kind of like a well-oiled machine running kind of thing.
And that's something that for those of you out there that are listening in and that are thinking about, what's going to happen on 2026, you haven't really made a plan. What are you going to do? I would say just focus, just find that one thing, and then take it like bite sizes,
No, and
like
keep
one
your
step
eyes
at a time.
open
Yep.
because I feel that there's always opportunities out there for whatever. Just keep your eyes peeled. And I know a lot of people are starting to look for houses. So I know a lot of people are setting goals that they want to be homeowners, which, by the way, if you do, let us know.
Yes.
Give us a call.
The interest rates have dropped. You have better opportunities now.
Give us a call. We'll hook you up. But I feel like there's going to be opportunities because people don't understand. Like when everything is great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everything. Yeah.
When everything is great.
Everything looks good.
There's not that many opportunities. When things are a little shaky, there's opportunities. So there's always opportunities. So it's just keeping your eyes. And that's what I try to do. I just try to keep my eyes open and talking to people. I listen to a lot of podcasts, to kind of like open your mind.
And see what else is out there. What you don't know.
Right. Especially for me, since I've always been real estate, like it's been my life.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love real estate. You know what I mean? I think I love investing in real estate. I'll do real estate over stocks, over anything, any day.
Yeah.
But
Safe.
It's always nice to do like something else.
Yeah, I agree. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, click that like button, share, comment, and
let us know if you had any resolutions or any goals or what you think about it. Is it bogus or should we do one next year?
Should we focus on that? All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.